So Driftwood Guitars is a name I came up with years ago. I've been building guitars at the time I came up with the name, for about 3 years and had to give it a name, and I wanted to do something that represented the area, living here on the Emerald Coast. So Driftwood Guitars is what I came up with, and it's basically just me working in a shop, building high-end boutique guitars for clients. It's funny, I was talking to my wife about this yesterday, and I'm reminded of what I love about building guitars a lot, and I think what it is mostly the problem solving. Every single guitar starts out with knowns, which is, from where I'm at, how to physically build it, but the unknown is how a specific piece of wood is going to react to a string being plucked and making it sound good. So every guitar I build is a challenge to get that specific piece of wood to be as musical as possible so that I can make the best sounding guitar that I possibly can out of that piece of wood. The really cool thing is that the process of guitar building, the last step that you do is you put the strings on. So you don't really get to see if all of the things that you did are going to pay off until the very end. I've always seen myself as an artist, somebody who either makes music or makes pieces of art or is creative and tries to do something that is going to allow me to leave my mark on the world. And it turns out that the guitar building is a way for me to do that, and people are willing to let me build guitars for them. So by default, I'm a guitar builder. I think my favorite visual guitar, two of them, I built a guitar for Fleetwood Mac for the Grammys last year. Mick Fleetwood owns it, and it's in his museum in Maui. And that guitar's got all of the members of Fleetwood Mac inlaid down the fretboard, and it's made out of quilted maple, so it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous instrument. And I also built a guitar for Brian Kelly for Florida Georgia Line, and I did the entire city of Nashville down the fretboard. And so it's a really visually stunning guitar. My favorite sounding guitar is, two of my favorites are ones I just recently built. One's a Brazilian rosewood guitar with a hummingbird on it, and it's just incredible sounding to my ear. And then there's an ancient Sitka guitar with a gray top, and that one's really, really good sounding. What's really neat about South Walton and 30A is that it's a small town, but pretty much any place that serves food has music, and there's a music scene that, in my opinion, rivals that of some of the big cities as far as the talent is concerned. Pretty much everybody who plays music around here makes their living doing it, which is a great thing because it allows us to be able to make a living as an artist. Part of what it is that I do here that I try really hard to convey to people who are interested in one of my pieces is that it's an opportunity to have a guitar made, or an instrument. I build ukuleles and mandolins as well, that is 100% custom to your specifications, not just size and the woods, but the inlays themselves is an opportunity for me to put something on an instrument that represents you and your history. And I try to include materials from the customer's past, whether that's a sliver of wood or a piece of fabric that meant something to them from their grandfather, and I could put that into the instrument. And that's a really cool thing for me, to be able to take an instrument that would have been just a guitar and turn it into an heirloom piece that means something to you. It's part of your history. Because if you want just a guitar, you can go buy a guitar, but what I'm looking for is an opportunity to make you something that is a part of your life. And that's really the biggest part of what I do here, is to take a piece of you and turn it into a playable piece of art.